It's going to be absolutely amazing. So, everybody, without further ado, we're going to start this up. We're spawning directly on top of XpecIM.Hui, going to be the pink Protoss in the top right, going up against none other than TSL.Polt. We have a Korean pro gamer from the SCV Life going up against a Taiwanese pro gamer from XpecIronmen. And holy god, it's going to be an awesome PvT. I can't believe this is round one. Oh.
Well, it's technically round 2, but
Who cares? Point still stands. One of these guys is getting knocked out, and that is a horrible, horrible occurrence.
and I agree with Renegade. We should just make this a best of 9. Say we're done. We're just watching these guys.
We could just have an impromptu show match. Otherwise, be like, by the way, guys, you're not done at all. We're keeping this going.
You're playing until I say you stop.
If only we could. If only we could. But let's just take a look at the map. It's Shakuras Plateau, which is going to be very standard. We'll probably see fast expands out of both players. This is a very non-1-1-1 friendly map. And Polt is very aggressive with bio. He loves to be aggressive with bio. And
I was about to say, Polt never won 1-1.
yeah, and the problem with Polt is that can actually be done to a fault. We have seen him in the past overstim and have it almost cost him the game. We specifically that series of him versus ranged.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I was like closing my eyes at one point because he kept stimming. I'm going, oh my god, they're gonna have like 1 hit point left.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. That was pretty bad.
Yes.
But on the other side, this is our first game of Zotac for the day.
I know. Oh my god, it's abysmal, but it's so awesome. It's absolutely awesome.
Well, sadly for Hui's not going to scout out Polt right away. He is actually going to the bottom because, well, you know, you can only spawn in close air or cross positions on this map, so.
Yep.
And Polt will be walled off completely, so Hui is going to have to guess. He's going to have to play that guessing game on what is the Terran going to do today. And he's not going to make that probe. Is the probe going to make it out? Nope. Little puff of smoke, and it's dead.
Yep, so now we're going to be getting into Polt throwing down his command center directly at his natural expansion at the perfect time to deny the scouting, because this is the really unfortunate timing of Hui's scout, is the fact that he pushed out and he completely missed the timing of this command center. He only knows about this wall at the front. He has no clue about any of the possibilities, and Polt could literally be going for Cloak Banshees right now, and Hui would have no clue whatsoever.
But he's not. He's 1 Rex expanding gasless too, so that's nice.
Yeah, and now
It gives him a lot more openness, but like we like to say, Polt likes his bio, and look at that. 2 Rex go down.
yeah, so everything's going to be pretty standard for him. We're going to have the 1 gate expand from Hui as well, not that far behind. You can see how there's a little bit of a lead in the command center, but it's pretty even for all intents and purposes of the PvT early game. Now the question is going to be what is Hui going to do, because he could go perfectly standard, go for another 2 gateways, a robo, and move on from there. He's already got his 2nd gas, but he only has 1 guy in this gas. He may be going for some kind of really early gateway pressure to try and get out more gates right now, because he only has 4 guys in his gas geyser. But he's going to instead... No, there's a 2nd gate. Robo
Is he
next?
going like 6
I
gate?
think Robo's next. He's about to throw down the Robo itself, and there's the
Yeah.
Robo. Okay. But he still only has 1 guy in that gas. And that's what perplexes me.
Yeah, it's different. Nope, there's another one just added. And there's the other 2, so.
Alright. Looks like that was just to get out these buildings a little bit faster, so I kind of like that. I can see how low his money got for literally a second there. It was below 50 completely total, and that's such a nice sign of refinement to these builds. When you just watch pro gamers and how they manage to keep their money just so low. And you do see Hui now being at the perfectly standard 3 gates and the robo, and the natural expansion is now done, so he's got full capacity to mine. And notice he also has a stalker out here in the front waiting to see if Polt moves out.
Yeah, but you notice Polt got a SCV out without the stalker moving or seeing anything.
Yep. He's just looking for a super fast, weird 3rd bases right now, which is great. Now he's going to go ahead and go up the front to try and see what he has. He's going to move forward, meet a couple sentries, see the expansion, and know that he's...
And get blinded to death.
Yes, the flashlights are hitting him, and there is that little tiny explosion from that SCV.
has to be paid for itself because now he knows what's down there, gas timings. He knows everything.
Ah, and Polt wants to really go for that aggression. Look at him throwing down the factory already. He's still only on 3 racks, which means he's definitely going to be going for that faster tech, trying to not... He's not going to be very, very aggressive with this, except for the fact that he's moving out, which is very unconventional. He's hitting a very odd timing, a very awkward position for the Protoss. Normally, you would wait for the medevacs to either drop or do an attack with them, but Polt's going to go ahead and just push with this before Stim is even close to finishing.
Well, he's got such a massive force. I mean, the only thing we can do is force field off.
Yep, and there it is. And we're going to watch one Marine go down.
It wasn't actually a perfect force field.
Yeah, still not bad though. And Polt doesn't even have concussive shells right now. He's just showing threat. He's trying to force Hui to be scared, and it looks like it may be working. More sentries are being warped in. We're going to see the force fields. Nice job locking down that Marauder. That's a nice little pickoff. And Hui is doing a good job defending this fake pressure from Polt.
Yep, it just was to get him to produce units instead of probes. Plain and simple.
I think he said a gateway would be a better analogy. Because I think the thing that it would be scary for Polt is if Hui was able to stop producing any units for a minute, throw down 3 extra gateways because they need to spend the minerals on the actual units to defend,
True.
and then all of a sudden Polt will be prey to a much stronger timing a minute or 2 later. Because right now Hui's going for very fast Colossi, and this is actually really, really good that Polt was then a little bit aggressive with this, because he's halting the extra 2 or 3 gateways to complement the attack that will be coming.
Very true. But if you notice, Hui's got the Observer. The Observer sees everything. So let's want to see what we're going to get out of Polt, because I see Polt's skyrocketing ahead slowly but surely.
Yep. What's going to be scary for him though is when he realizes he has to start building Vikings or continue building medevacs. Because the first Colossus, as you can see, is already out. The second Colossus is being built. The Extenthermal Lance is halfway done, and we could really see Polt doing some drops right now. That would be his best move by far. He may try and just attack straight up to the front, but Hui once again can force field, and Polt can definitely use his medevacs to his advantage in a positioning battle here.
Oh, I definitely think the drop would be preferable here, because, I mean, to spread out this little army would be huge.
Hui is seriously trying to cut corners, but there's the Colossus. Polt hasn't seen it yet, and knows he hasn't seen the Robotics Bay either. But looks like he's going to see the... I think he saw the Colossus for half a second. Doesn't matter. He sees that scan. That should be enough to force him backward to drop right now. These 2 Colossi, the Extenthermal Lance is about to complete, and so these Marines are going to get
there's 4
wrecked.
medevacs. He could drop everything right now.
That could be really interesting. Hui doesn't have vision of them. There's no observer on top of them. He's kind of just sharking around, waiting for a decision. It looks like
he's dropping.
Yeah, it looks like he will
dropping.
be. Yep, he will be dropping. So waiting for him just to lift up. Just looking for any pylons to pick off. We cannot see this. Looks like Polt's gonna pull back, apparently. But he's got a lot of forces in back. He's also starting to mass up his Viking attack. This factory is actually taking a surprising amount of damage from just straight sentries. But oh, careful with those Colossi getting a little bit overeager themselves to try and headbutt the factory. That's not gonna go so well.
And look at this, Hui is like moving around his stalkers because he feels like
The drop is what would make him vulnerable right now, but he's gonna get hit hard.
Oh, he's gonna lose. Oh, he lost one.
Oh, he was trying.
And the other one is like, oof.
Yeah, I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to get it so that his Colossi could get a few swipes on that army, try and scare that the Bioforce into moving in. But Hui has got the upper hand right now in terms of a direct army engagement. 3 Colossi right now, very few Vikings. Polt needs a super spread. He's very Marauder heavy. If he can snipe those Colossi with those Marauders, that'll be huge. Because Polt doesn't have to deal with that many Zealots right now. And that is going to hurt Hui, but 4 Colossi is a huge...
4 Colossus is huge, but if he balls him up, here comes all the Stalkers to help out, though.
Yep, that'll be a big help. And take a look at the upgrades, too. Polt right now is at 1-0, and that's literally even with Hui at 1-0. But Polt is getting his armor upgrade. And he's got double forges, double engineering bays ready to get out more and more upgrades. And that means literally Polt's going to be ahead in the upgrade war. The 3rd base is actually getting attacked, too.
And look at this, but the Colossus are wide out in the open. There's one picked off right away.
Yeah,
and now we got the double prong engagement.
Oh, that's a nice spread, but great force field is trying to make sure that a lot of those units can't actually hit anything. Polt is doing damage right now. 2 Colossi are still alive, though. 1 Colossus goes down, 1 Colossus remaining, and Polt may actually end up being able to get snipe a lot of these units. That last Colossus is still managing to stay alive.
The Viking. Come on, Viking. There you go. Colossus is way out in the open.
Yep, and there it is. We just got wrecked. Polt just had an amazing engagement, taking down all those Colossi, and wow, Polt got that amazing spread necessary.
Oh, look at this, warping in more, and I don't know if I agree with that warping.
I do not. He's down so much. Polt can just go ahead and overstim to victory, but there's the congrats from Hui, and that is going to be it. You see boy. Okay, first game of the day, and we already see a pro gamer from Taiwan getting taken down by TSL.Polt. Very nice game. Very well done. Polt will be moving on to the next round, but bye-bye to Hui.
I'm going to actually message Polt.